What's up, guys? It's no secret that Lewis Hamilton's recent commitment to Ferrari is about more than just winning on the track. He can help the brand sell more cars and more merchandise, and he will eventually be worth billions to the company, just like he was to Toto Wolff and Mercedes. So today's video is going to break down the business case behind this move. I want to give a special shout out to US Bank for sponsoring this video. Go to usbank.com/altitudego to learn more about how you can earn 20,000 bonus points worth $200 if you spend $1,000 within the first 90 days of opening your account. So before we get into the details, I want to start with a quick story. Every single year, Lewis Hamilton boards a plane from Monaco to Oxford, England, before the Formula One season starts. He spends a few days at the Mercedes factory, meeting with engineers and testing that season's car in their multi-million-dollar simulator. He then finishes the trip at Toto Wolff's house, enjoying breakfast with the Mercedes team principal, discussing goals and strategy for the upcoming Formula One season. But this year, Hamilton's breakfast meeting with Toto Wolff didn't go as planned. Lewis Hamilton, of course, informed Toto Wolff that he was exercising a release clause in his contract, leaving Mercedes at the end of the 2024 season to join Ferrari. Now, it's been reported that his new contract at Ferrari is a multi-year deal worth over $100 million annually, a substantial raise from his current two-year, $125 million contract at Mercedes. And Ferrari chairman, John Elkann, essentially wrote him a blank check, committing over $400 million to Hamilton's business projects and charitable initiatives outside of Formula One. This news, combined with Ferrari's impressive earnings report, sent the stock 12% higher that day. The luxury car company added over $10 billion to its market cap, and its shares are now trading at an all-time high. Ferrari also gained 232,000 followers on Instagram in just 24 hours, and the news garnered over 500 million impressions across Ferrari, Mercedes, and F1 accounts, worth $13 million in social value, according to Zoom. This really shouldn't be a surprise, though. Hamilton is one of the world's most famous athletes. He has dominated Formula One for much of the last decade, winning a record-tying 7 world championships. He has made everyone billions of dollars, including Toto Wolff and Mercedes, and now he'll do the same thing at Ferrari. Take the Mercedes F1 team, for instance. They received about 25% of all TV time during their championship-winning seasons. The team has seen its headcount increase from 663 people in 2013 to more than 1,100 today. They now do $700 million in annual revenue, compared to less than $200 million when Hamilton arrived, and the team went from losing hundreds of millions of dollars every year to turning an estimated $200 million profit in 2023 alone. Now, of course, there are other factors at play, like Liberty Media implementing a cost cap after acquiring the sport in 2016. But still, the results are undeniable. The Mercedes F1 team has seen its valuation increase from $389 million in 2013 to $3.8 billion today, according to Forbes. That's up 877%, and it makes Mercedes the second most valuable team in Formula One. And since Toto Wolff acquired 30% of the Mercedes F1 team for just $30 million when he joined as team principal in 2013, his equity stake alone is now valued at more than $1.1 billion. This success is precisely why Ferrari is paying Lewis Hamilton $100 million annually. Ferrari is one of my favorite case studies in all of sport because they have a wildly different approach than anyone else. The luxury car company doesn't spend any money on traditional advertising. Instead, they commit hundreds of millions of dollars to the Scuderia Ferrari F1 racing team, knowing that if they build a fast car and win races, millions of people will fall in love with the brand and generate unlimited demand. This strategy is working, too. Ferrari is the oldest and most accomplished team in Formula One. They have more than 400 million fans globally, and despite not winning a world championship in nearly 20 years, Formula One's governing body still pays the team a $35 million heritage bonus, essentially paying them due to their status for simply being in Formula One ever since 1950. Ferrari then turns this fandom into sales through a limited supply model. For example, Ferrari shipped 13,663 cars last year. That was a 3% increase from the year prior, and only the third time in history Ferrari shipped more than 10,000 cars in a given year. But considering a Formula One competitor like Mercedes-Benz ships more than 2 million cars annually, Ferrari's limited production runs are a rarity in the industry. It's meant to be this way, though. Ferrari's business model allows them to methodically increase sales every year without worrying about demand. They keep their supply chain super simple, which is why annual deliveries actually increase during the pandemic. And the Italian car company has since parlayed its luxurious image into several other higher margin categories, like a burgeoning fashion business and over $500 million of annual revenue from merchandise, licensing, and sponsorships. If you look at a financial overview of Ferrari today, they're doing $6.4 billion in revenue, up 17% year over year. They have $1.4 billion in net profit last year, up 34% year over year, and they're making, on average, $1.3 million revenue per employee. That's why you shouldn't think of Lewis Hamilton simply as a driver. He has 36 million followers on Instagram alone, roughly 28 million more than current Ferrari driver Carlos Sainz. Hamilton's image also revolves around fashion, immediately helping Ferrari sell more clothing, shoes, watches, jewelry, eyewear, luggage, and more, just like he has done for his brand partner Tommy Hilfiger over the last decade. Ferrari has spent the last 90 years carefully crafting itself into a consumer's dream, attainable for some, but not for all. Their entire business was built by leveraging Formula One's massive audience to attract fans, increase demand, and drive sales. That makes Lewis Hamilton the perfect partner for them. He is the most famous Formula One driver of all time. He dominates 21st century digital platforms. He will instantly attract more people to the Ferrari brand, and eventually, he'll be worth billions to the company.